Did you know that one small mistake in a job interview can cost you the offer no matter how qualified you are? Let's make sure that doesn't happen to you. Here are top 10 job interview mistakes to avoid. So if you have a job interview coming up for any role or any organization, make sure you watch this presentation from start to finish because I promise to help you pass your interview. And just quickly, please make sure you hit that subscribe button because it's really important I help you pass your interview. And please give the video a like because that motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you very much. Let's get straight into the tutorial. So I will now give you the 10 common interview mistakes to avoid during your job interview. Number 1 is failing to research the company before the interview. Now, if you do not research the company before your job interview, the hiring manager will see this as a lack of interest in the position and possibly the business itself. So make sure you visit their website, take a look at their social media accounts and find out as much information about them as you possibly can before you attend your interview. The second mistake to avoid is arriving late to the interview. This is obviously very important because if you are late, it will create a bad impression with the interviewer. In fact, if you are significantly late, the hiring manager may decide to cancel the interview altogether. So make sure you plan your journey to the interview venue carefully. If you are doing a video interview, make sure you test the technology beforehand to ensure you join the interview on time. And also make sure you have everything you need ready to go before the interview starts. For example, have your CV or resume, a pen and paper, and of course your answers to the interview questions ready to go before the interview starts. The third is failing to answer all of the interview questions. Now there is nothing worse from the employer's perspective than someone who doesn't answer all of the interview questions they are asked. Because this is a sign of weakness and it shows you may be unprepared for the position. So make sure you practice your answers to common interview questions before your job interview. And the good news is you can find sample questions and top-scoring answers to help you prepare online. The fourth mistake to avoid is not giving specific examples in your answers. Now, if you want to pass your job interview, it's essential that you give the interviewer specific examples in your answers. When you talk about your skills, qualities, give specific examples of when you have demonstrated them in your work. And when you respond to difficult interview questions such as why did you leave your job? Give a specific situation that demonstrates the reason why you left your previous employment. Specifics impress the interviewer because they show you are a forward thinker and you are prepared for the position. Mistake number 5 is forgetting to follow up after the interview. Now the majority of candidates don't follow up after their interview, which is a big mistake because it shows a lack of manners and it also shows you are not interested in the position. So always remember to send a thank you email within 24 hours of your job interview. And in the email, state your interest in the role and tell the interviewer you look forward to hearing from them soon regarding the outcome of the selection process. You can also use the email to address any issues from the interview and to further promote your suitability for the position. So make sure you send a thank you note after your interview. It's very important. Mistake number 6 is not knowing your worth. Now it's important you know your worth in the job market. If you think you are worth twice as much as the salary being offered, then say so during the salary negotiation part of the interview. Or if you think the role has too many responsibilities for the salary offered, then make it clear what you feel the role should include for the salary being offered. Now, if you don't know your worth in the job market, the interviewer will simply take advantage of you and offer you the lowest salary possible. So make sure you research average salaries online before your interview and also make it clear what you feel the role should include for the salary being offered. Interview question number 7 is not knowing the person's specification. Now, if you don't know the person's specification before your interview, it's highly unlikely you will be able to match the requirements listed on it. The person's spec states the skills, qualities, and experience required to do a great job in the position. So make sure you read it before your interview and make sure you can demonstrate you have all of the skills, qualities, and attributes listed on it during the course of the interview. Mistake number 8 is running out of time when answering questions. Now, if you run out of time when answering the interview questions, it will give the impression you are disorganized, rushed, and unprepared. So make sure you listen to each interview question carefully and only answer what has been asked. Don't try to be smart by adding extra information to the answer if you don't have time to include it. And make sure you give concise and to-the-point responses. And finally, always leave time at the end of your answers to talk about how you will add value to the company in the role. So make sure you prepare well for the interview and allocate enough time to answer all of the questions fully. Mistake number 9 is making negative comments about previous employers. Now, if you make negative comments about previous employers, colleagues, or clients, it will send a red flag to the interviewer. They will worry you may speak about them in the same negative way if you get hired. So never criticize anyone during your job interview. In fact, focus your attention on the positive things you learned from working with difficult people, situations, and experiences. And also make sure you tell the interviewer what you will do differently in the role if you get hired rather than talking negatively about the previous person in the role. So the final mistake to avoid is not having any questions ready to ask at the end of the interview. Now, most interviewers will say to you at some point during the interview, "That's the end of the questions I have for you." Now this is your opportunity to ask questions of your own, but most people don't prepare any questions before the interview and therefore they miss out on this opportunity. Asking questions at the end of a job interview shows that you are interested in the position and that you are keen to get started. So make sure you write down 3 or 4 questions to ask at the end of your interview. And here are some great questions to ask the interviewer that will help you pass your job interview. Question number 1. What's the one thing I can do in this role to help the business succeed? Question number 2. Can you tell me more about the team I would be a part of in this role? Question number 3. What advice would you give to the successful candidate who wants to excel in the position? And question number 4 is, what are the plans for the company over the next 5 years? So those are 4 brilliant questions to ask at the end of your interview that will help you stand out from the competition. So there's 10 common mistakes to avoid during your job interview. Make sure you check that out right now. Thank you very much. And don't forget to subscribe. It's really important. I want to help you pass your interview. Please give the video a like because that motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you so much for watching and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a great day. If you get the job, please come back and let me know. I would love to hear that you are happy and that this video helped you a lot. Don't forget to write those words in the comments section so others can see your experience. It means a lot to me to know that the content was useful. Your feedback encourages me to keep making helpful videos. Sharing your success can also motivate others who are watching. So, if this video made a difference for you, please take a moment to leave a comment. Thank you.